Boop, doop, boop, doop. There's some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's critical EDH. I'm Eric, and I'm here with.
My name is DJ Lynx, DJ LYNX. Yeah, in terms of socials, you can catch me on all the socials at _DJ_LYNX_MTG.
Dude, can't wait to check it out. Speaking of things that I was keeping an eye on earlier today, you were in like an intense game.
Oh my, that was, so for clarification, the game took 80 minutes to finish overtime, meaning an entire round was played after the round was done.
That's crazy.
We had a stack war, and where the storm count got to 52.
That's nuts.
52.
That's insane.
I was, oh my gosh. And to give the makeup of the game, because people are going like, well, stack war,
yeah.
What do you mean? It's like, no. First off, player one, who's on TNT, has a smothering tide.
Mm-hmm.
Player two, who's on Elsha, who ended up winning the game, has a Ristic Study and a smothering tide. Me, lowly guy, has originally, before anything, only a Sylvan Library.
Oh wow!
And so it was player four, who's on TNT. Mind you, I'm on Kinnan. Big flips, big tricks, big everything. That's my deck. I love it.
Let's go.
However, TNK, Tim the Crom, who's in 4th seed, has a steel enchantment that stole the Mystic Remora from the first player, and guess what? Had a smothering tide.
Oh man,
it's
gross.
Was insane. Of course, so it gets to my turn. And this is what ends up happening. Gets to my turn. I have a lowly Sylvan Library at this point.
He's just a little guy.
That's it. And then I'm like, you know what? Screw it. We'll just draw 3 cards. You guys have your treasures. I don't really care at this point. I genuinely don't. Like, I'm so behind on this. I'm able to go cast Kinnan. I cast some rocks.
Let's go.
And I happened to get back in, and I happened to, at that point, had drawn a Mirror Maid.
Oh,
so
nice.
I was like, everyone else is having fun, has a smothering tide. I want a smothering tide too.
Get me in there.
Why not? So I cast it, get it, and I'm like, all right, the last thing I'm going to do realistically is cast this lowly Glenalendra, and I'm going to pass the turn.
Just a little lady.
And that's when all hell broke loose.
Gates open.
Not in the periphery. It was bad. Elsha started doing stuff. Everybody else starts doing stuff. There's triggers going out, going left and right. People are making treasures left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. The stack got to like 20 cards deep.
Touch of the ceiling, man.
Now, the thing is, and the thing was that the Elsha player was like, I'm not trying to win here, which is true. Initially, he wasn't. However, the thing that changed pivot the entire game was that one of the players, who's the TNK player, cast a red elemental blast targeting Elsha. And he goes like, all right, I took that personally. Michael Jordan meme. Anyway, so from that point forward, it just becomes this huge stack war. I'm like, all right, well, I got a crap ton of treasures here, and I have a Kinnan. I don't start doing Kinnan flips. I start doing Kinnan flips. I start getting lowly little creatures. Nothing too crazy, nothing too bad. End up getting myself a Thrasios.
Right, nice.
A Fairy Mastermind. However, one of the cards that ends up being like the wildest card was a Void Winnower. Now, for anyone who knows me, and anyone who's ever seen Mental Misplay, it's one of my favorite cards.
Nice.
Because you know why? You know why? Strictly,
Tell me why. I want to know.
Because they can't. It's even, but you can't get even. Think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Exactly.
You got the wheels turning, man.
So at that point, I end up landing a Void Winnower, and they're like, all right, well, we need to get rid of the Void Winnower. I start doing Kinnan activations on the stack, and I end up not only getting a Spellskite
Nice.
that first targets it, I then am able to go get a laboratory. It's the laboratory maniac, the one
the hydroelectric specimen.
Yes, hydraulic specimen, which is then able to come in, redirects it, bounce it back, and then when they target it again, I recast it again to target it to protect it.
Off.
Yes, I was just protecting. I'm going like, yo, I might have a chance here. Like the door was like this, but I was like, yo, believe it,
dude. I'll believe him right now.
Casting more and more stuff on the stack, more and more stuff. At this point, I say, you know what? I want more flips. I end up getting a clever impersonator.
Holy
and
cow.
the clever impersonator makes a copy of a smothering tithe. So not only do I have one smothering tithe, I have two.
You still the fairy mastermind?
I have the fairy mastermind. I'm glad you remember. I'm glad you remember.
Think about these things.
Everyone's like, it's deterministic win. He's gonna win. I'm like, bro, I'm not.
Trust me.
You guys are so far ahead. These people got like grips of cards, hella treasures, and I'm looking at them and they're going like, you looking at me like I'm gonna win? That's not it. That's not it. At this point, there's more and more stuff slinging, more and more stuff being done. It was just bananas, and overall, they end up amphibian dam pouring.
Oh no!
Of course, you know what this.
Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so.
They end up amphibian dam pouring and putting all my creatures, and of course, they end up putting like 5 of the copies on each of my creatures.
Oh, man.
At this point, I got a tide spout. I got a tide spout tyrant.
Okay.
Right. That I was able to get off the flip, and afterwards I then cast a creature to go bounce my fairy mastermind to put it back into my hand to at least to protect it. I'm like, I'm just gonna chill here. That's it. I'm just gonna chill here.
I'm just chilling.
At that point, Elsha was able to do more stuff over the top, and was able to just win the game. It was between the cards, the treasures, more cards, more treasures, Valley Flood collars, and just all types of stuff. It was. I was literally sitting there going like, they're coming to me to priority. I'm like, you guys nerfed the F out my board. What do you want me to do? I can't do nothing.
You got anything for this?
Yo, I said this was not a good idea. No one listens to and just like in horror movies, no one listens to the black guy. So because clearly, I was the problem. But whatever. Is what it is, but it was wild.
I think there are so many games, both in your telling of it, but also like for people who are spectating it, there's like just truly extraordinary gameplay going on.
Yeah, it was a lot.
But also in another vein, there have been so many draws this tournament, so many situations where there's just value engine after value engine after value engine after value engine.
Oh, it's funny you mentioned about draws. You guys want to know what my record was?
Dude, what's your record? Tell me about it.
1 win, 2 losses, and 4 draws.
Holy cow.
Not 1, not 2, not 3.
Not even 3.
But 4. 4 draws.
Dude, you are not alone in that. A lot of the people in the group that I came with, huge amount. I think I was playing against a guy today who had 1 win and 5 draws.
Diablo.
That's crazy.
Diablo.
So I'm mainly from the Denver meta, where it's grindy as hell, dude. Like at games like this that are always going over time, where people are yapping back and forth. I'm a yapper, born to yap, forced to play.
Oh, without question. Same here. Here.
What's it like up in New Jersey? Like, do you guys see games going to like rounds upon rounds without even closing out, or like what's that like for you?
So, as a person who came from Jersey, I understand. Let me give context before anything, right? So I've traveled to various other events. Like I've gone to Cowtown, I went to the Boyle. I've gone to a lot of these major big events, right?
Yeah, you've been everywhere.
I have. It's good to travel and be able to network and meet people. That's one of the reasons why I do it. In addition to also playing and having fun with my boys. Needless to say, I got a taste of the West Coast meta when I went to Cowtown, which was out in Ohio, and it was insane because these guys are like, what? Put win on the stack. In turn 2, I was too late. Like, these guys believe in jam and pray. That's it. All the time. And I was like, yo, are you not rational? No, what are you talking about? This is how me and my friends always play. We always play like this. You don't play like this? Well, that sucks for you guys. What are you going to do about this win on the stack? That's exactly what their attitude is. So with that being said, I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. And that's what's in terms of the contrast difference is because, so out there in Jersey, and that's why I mentioned about Cowtown.
Yeah.
I noticed how much in Jersey that they encapsulate a lot of the East Coast meta when it comes down to putting draw engines on board or being able to put value stuff on board and create enough of a game where it creates a slow grip on the game for them to be able to win. That's the difference. Here, it's like, I try, guess what? I'll still draw cards at the end of the day, so who cares? That's exactly what the mentality is in terms of difference.
That is so true. Like my experience, so I've been playing TK. Like weirdly, I was in some of my practice games, I ended up in situations where I was making win attempts, not because I wanted to win, but because that would force people to counter, and I had Ristic, right? I've got Fish, I got a Smothering Tithe. So I have no intention of this Thassa's Oracle resolving. I just know that once someone counters one spell, I'm gonna draw like 5 cards.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So in terms of over there, in terms of Jersey, because a lot of people from Jersey mix well in terms of people from New York, PA, DMV, we mesh all around that sense. So in regards to just playing in that regard, they're a lot more patient. They're a lot more calculated with it as opposed to just like real legit trying to do things. Like you'll see more of Vamp Tutors, Imp Seals, Demonic Tutors, like really doing things to set things and create a curated hand needed to win the game. That's pretty much what they're doing, which is the main reason why, like for me, I gravitated more towards Kinnan because I love big mana, big tricks, and big flips. So being able to just be able to put a big creature on board that acts as a means to be able to kind of like give me more time for me to win is exactly the type of thing. That's
fascinating, because I feel like, so what I'm hearing you describe is this emphasis on the value of like the perfectly sculpted 7.
Yes.
As opposed to, I feel like at least my experience either in Denver or at Fishbowl is crafting a mediocre 70 cards. And then it just comes down to this huge, bombastic, sometimes interesting, sometimes incredibly drawn out single turn. But it sounds like that's maybe not the status quo kind of up where
it's
you're
not.
playing.
They take their time, and I'm willing to admit it takes a lot longer sometimes. They're willing to be able to do certain things, and there's a lot of yapping as well too. Like I just like you mentioned here yourself, I yap as well too. I'm willing to admit I love the sound of my own voice. So being able to go tell somebody
that is so real.
Be like yo, bro, like yo, like
wait, let me tell you something.
Exactly,
let me tell you something.
Exactly. Like, let's think about this. Like I understand the decision what you'd like to do, but let me provide an option. And if not, let me provide another option. And then let me talk to this other guy to figure out what we can do to provide a better option, because this is not the way to do things. This is not.
Yeah, like
this is not.
Someone call Judge over. I'll talk to them too.
Exactly. Like that's the whole point. So it's just even the one thing I've noticed here in the West Coast in regards to the games in which I played, they are faster than the East Coast. However, their fast might seem slow in comparison to what they've done before. However, they're still going faster because they're willing to go put grind engines on board, value engines on board, draw engines on board, 1 and 2. So let's put it this way. So they want to go put a value engine 1 and 2. By 3 or 4, they're trying to go push a dub. While in the East Coast, that's about 5 or 6 when they're trying to do that.
That's a big difference.
It is. It is. Because at that point now, with the exception of doing like a natural, like a natty, Thoracle, demonic.
Sometimes you just got it.
Yes, that's different. That in itself is different. However, they are truly 100% trying to go grind at that point. They're really trying to be able to grind because they understand that by using certain grinding methods and value engines, that's where they're trying to be at in terms of the game. So it's a different, it's a way difference. Plus, on top of that too, they're willing to listen to reason. I say this to no slight to the West Coast players. Maybe I do, but the thing is that
why are your fingers crossed?
They don't listen, man. Like I tell them one thing and they're like, I'm gonna do what I want. And I'm like, no, please don't. You're doing something like I say this is for a good example. My last game, quite literally after that whole ordeal of a 160-minute game, I end up playing this one game with this one Kinnan player who's obviously from the West Coast. He goes ahead and he uses my very own card against me, which he flipped into a Void Winnower.
Oh, man.
I told him, please do not do this. There is a Sisse who's in seat 1 who's going to win. Please don't, because if you do, you shut out any and all interaction that me, along with the other player who's in seat 3, because I was in seat 4 at the time, you're going to shut us out.
Sounds pretty accurate.
And then he goes like, I got this. I'll deal with it. And sure enough, he did not, and Sensei player won. However, overall, the whole point I'm trying to say is that like they don't listen to reason. Like I know I can go play with the people who I play with. Yes, sometimes they go like DJ talks too much, but they at least are still willing to listen to reason. They'll go like, DJ, I know what you're saying is bullshit. However, there's some validity to it. So I'm gonna just take what you're gonna say, flip it a little bit, and then let's say if that's better.
Oh, gotcha. That's really interesting. Well, dude, I've so appreciated this conversation. It looks like they're packing up a little bit, but I would love, before you go, right, so I play a lot, kind of in the Midwest, really enjoying Fishbowl. If I'm going to come out and play in, New Jersey, what's a piece of advice you would give me to help translate, my play style from this meta here in order to effectively, convert to wins in a different meta?
So I would say if you're going to come out to the East Coast, be prepared to just play a very grindy, methodical game. Be very specific with your card selection in your deck. Be very intentional on what type of line of play you'd like to do, and always be okay with pivoting, because the cards the cards you've chosen that are quality will give you the opportunity to pivot in such a fashion will it be beneficial for you long term.
That's fascinating. Dude,
Yes, it is.
I'm trying to soak it in. I'm trying to, in this moment, convert it into long-term memory, because I don't want to forget that. That's a really great piece of advice.
Yes.
Dude, I super appreciate getting to talk to you. I know our viewers appreciate getting to hear this. Anything you want to shout out, either from your local GS or? I
do actually. So, in regards to Jersey, I think I mentioned this, where I've helped cultivate a New Jersey CDH scene in terms of being able to help run events, the Discord, all that kind of stuff. So if you ever are looking to jam on Discord, which we normally play on a regular basis, legitimately, we get at least 2 or 3 pods every single night.
That rules.
It's NJCDH Discord. If you get the opportunity just to go look up NJCDH Discord, that's where we're at. That's where you're able to find games to jam on Spell Table, to be able to meet up in person, to be able to play in different shops, and also as well too, just follow me on my socials in case. Again, it's THEE _ DJ _ links _ MTG on all socials to be able to find me, and that way I'll be able to send you the invite for the Discord. Nice. And just being able to just stay connected, because again, Jersey's growing. We work a lot in tandem with New York, with PA, and we've been able to grow and cultivate a really great scene of players that truly indeed love CDH, and we're trying to do more.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, thanks for taking the time. If any of our viewers are in the area, really hope they check you out. And I don't know, maybe I'll have to hop in you guys' Discord, play some Soul Table games.
Appreciate it. Very much
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.